Hey, how's it going, guys? Yaniv here, and in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about my 5 sources of income and how I was able to build them up by the age of 22. Now, I realize this is quite a touchy subject, and I realize that this is pretty uncommon at my age, so I wanted to make a video about it. I was also inspired to make this video by Ryan Scribner's video. Ryan Scribner is pretty awesome. Graham Stephan, who made a similar one to this as well, and also Nate O'Brien, who all made kind of similar videos and talked about their income streams and what they did to build them up. So in this video, I want to talk about my own views and what I did and the timeline behind how I did it. And also, I don't want to come across as someone who's boasting or bragging about what they were able to accomplish. That's really not the point of this video. What I am trying to do, though, is show you that it's possible to build up a few sources of income even at a young age and really at any time in your life. More often than not, people in their 20s and in their 30s aren't really thinking about how to grow multiple income sources. It's not until much later in life that they realize that they want to have, more stability and more security with their income, which is kind of a big problem. I also went down that same road for a little while and just had one income source until I changed my mentality to this whole thing and kind of changed my situation. So in this video, I want to show you guys exactly the timeline behind it, how I changed my situation, and exactly what my 5 sources of income are. So let's start the story 4 years ago. About 18 years old I was, and I got a job as a busser, kind of bussing tables. And, to say the least, I didn't really like this job. But at the time, this was my first and only income source, really, as a fully grown adult. There was a few other little things I used to do in the past, but, this was the real, a real income source that I was doing for a little while. And it wasn't a lot of money and I wasn't making much, but it was something and it was enough for me to kind of live on while I was in school. Really, the problem with the job was, one, that I didn't like it at all, and two, that it was my only source of income at the time. So really, if I wanted to, kind of go out or buy anything or do anything, I needed to go into this job, I needed to work it, and I need to make money from it. Otherwise, I wasn't going to be able to do it, right? And around that time is when I met one of my friends, and he was telling me that he had really gotten into, reading books. And he had recommended I read, obviously, the kind of basics, which is, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I read The 10X Rule by Grant Cardone. I read Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. And there was a lot of other ones that I was reading to kind of start understanding more about, business, finance, and just kind of how everything works, how life works, because I realized that in university I wasn't really learning that, and I didn't know where else to turn to get that information. That's also when I kind of had a very pivotal point in my life, and I started also reading, sales books and stuff like that, because I knew that while I was in school, while I was still kind of young, I didn't really have any marketable skills, anything that I could do to make money, and just learning sales kind of seemed to me like a way that I could learn something that would eventually pay off, and eventually, I'd be able to make money from some skills that I learned from sales. So that's kind of one thing I also focused on while reading those books. And I was lucky at the time because, a lot of my friends started reading together, and we all would talk about business and stuff like that. So it's really cool. And one of my friends, we decided that we were going to actually start a window cleaning company. So we were just thinking of ways to make money, thinking of ways that we could, just not have to work for other people. And we came across, window cleaning. We just thought about it. It was a cool thing. And we would go door to door, literally selling people window cleaning, and then coming back later throughout the week to actually clean the windows. So it was really good that I had, learned those sales skills, and that I also had honed my sales skills going to door. It was kind of a pretty interesting experience. And it was one of probably the hardest things I had to do, which is just, every day going door to door and getting, doors slammed on you and people telling you to just F off and that they don't want to buy anything from you. It was kind of a humbling experience for me. And I really feel like it was a very, very good thing to have on my entrepreneurial journey. So anyways, we learned, to do the sales, and we learned to clean windows, and we were actually making some pretty decent money from it. And as soon as I realized that, I decided that it was time to quit my old job as a busser. And, as soon as I got 2 income sources, I had 2 income sources for maybe a week, I decided that it was time to get rid of it, of my old job, because I hated it so much. And I was back down to 1 income source. I just switched it from being a busser to now, window cleaning. It did, bring in a lot more money. And it's something that I enjoyed a lot more as well. Then a few months passed, and we realized that, it was getting cold. We live in Canada, and it wasn't going to be a sustainable business to have a window cleaning business, because we weren't going to clean people's windows in the freezing cold outside, right? That wasn't going to be a thing. So we had to start thinking about another way to make money. We thought about, doing snow plowing also and stuff like that, but it never really worked out. We didn't have the capital to invest in it. So we went online and started looking for some ways to make money. And a friend of mine found social media marketing. So we decided, what, we're going to do window cleaning and also social media marketing. So at this point was when I actually got my second source of income, where I was learning to, kind of do two things at once, where I was working as a window cleaner during, the evenings, cleaning windows and selling. And then also, in the mornings and afternoons, I had time to work on this business with him as well. And it didn't do so well, the social media marketing, but we did eventually get a couple clients, and it was something that, was bringing in some money per month, which for us was always welcome. So we had two sources of income, and we continued to, work, but we also continued to look for other ways to make money, because we realized that we need to kind of have something more sustainable, have something that can really take us, above and beyond where we are right now. So a friend of mine stumbled upon another way to make money online, which was Amazon FBA. And at the time, we thought about it. It seemed like a pretty cool thing to invest some money into. We didn't have much at the time at all, which is why investing in a snowplow business or something like that wasn't going to be, possible for us. But we had a few $1,000s that we had saved up from work, window cleaning, and also with the social media marketing. And we decided to invest into, an Amazon FBA business, into some products from China that we were going to sell on Amazon. And this was about 2 years ago. At this point, we had jumped into Amazon FBA 100%. So we were doing, kind of three things at once. We didn't really count Amazon as an income source, because at this point it was actually just taking money away from us. But we knew that if we kind of did everything right, it was really possible to get this going. We had seen success stories on YouTube. We had seen success stories in blogs, and we had, read a ton of stuff on forums and stuff. And we knew that this was possible. We knew it was working for people. And we were like, why could this not work for us as well? So we continued to, do the window cleaning and the social media marketing. And what happened was 6 weeks after I placed my order, I actually sold out of 1,000 units on Amazon. So I'd ordered 1,000 units, and I had sold out of them 6 weeks after placing my order. And this is when kind of my whole life changed. This is when kind of, when people go back and talk about like one point in their life. So there was the point with the books where my mentality switched, but there was another point where I really realized that, everything I was doing previously was kind of not something I wanted to do anymore. It wasn't bringing me nearly as much return as I could have seen with Amazon if I just continued to reinvest and continue to grow my Amazon business. So I decided that, and actually we decided that it was time to kind of backtrack on the window cleaning. Winter was coming, and also, the social media marketing thing wasn't taking us as far as we wanted to. It was a lot of work and, not so much reward for us. So we decided that, we would go into Amazon FBA 100%, and we'd really give this a, full-blown shot. So that's what we did. So, I went from, at a certain point, 3 income sources to back to 1. And this is kind of something that I realized that I was doing, and I actually realized a lot of people do this as well, is that once you find, the next best thing, you leave behind something that might have been working for you. And in hindsight, this is something that I wish I would have continued with. I wish I would have continued doing it, because I knew the skills, I knew what it took to make money, and I could have scaled kind of each of them. But, at the time, I was just thinking about the short term. I was thinking about where my effort was going, and I just wanted to put it into one thing that I knew was going to bring me back the most kind of, the most reward. So here I was again with just one income source, and at this point I had decided to drop out of university because I was making a significant amount of income from my Amazon business, and I just wanted to focus on that and not even worry about my university career thing, because I didn't like what I was doing, and I was just doing it for my parents and for everyone around me. I didn't believe in it, and I didn't want to do it. I just wanted to go out and do my own thing. So I decided that I was going to invest 100% into Amazon. But the thing was that I didn't just stop educating myself, right? I knew the importance of self-education. So I continued to read books, and I continued to, learn from the best people that have been and have done this already. And, I had realized that one of the biggest things I was messing up on was the fact that I was always only having one income source. Up until this point, I only had one income source at any given time, basically. So I realized that I had to really, push on Amazon, but also grow, more income streams just in case something ever happened to me or to my main income source. And you know what they say, right? The average millionaire has 7 income sources. So that's what I was really focusing on to do this. And I had realized that on YouTube, there's a lot of people who were making money from 3 additional income sources. So they were making money from YouTube AdSense, they were making money from selling programs, and also affiliate marketing. And they were doing this without actually even, knowing what they were teaching. In reality, there's a lot of the times that it almost seemed like these people weren't even plugged into the ecosystem anymore. They were teaching stuff that was so outdated or just wasn't working and completely kind of wrong. So I decided that I could easily make better content than this and teach more people more effective strategies and grow out my 3, more income sources while literally helping people achieve financial, freedom and financial success. So that's when I set off to, to kind of do this. And if you guys go back to my first ever video, you'll see that, I was so eager to kind of make a video about this new strategy I had come up with to find profitable products to sell on Amazon. So it was just funny because these were certain things that I knew would help people. So that's really why I wanted to start it off and really get this thing going. And that first video was filmed about 1.5 years ago. That was my, when I first started on YouTube. And now, we're here with nearly 10,000 subscribers, which is absolutely mind blowing to me. I want to thank every single one of you guys for being a part of this channel and kind of just, I never thought that people would want to listen to me talk, but it's pretty awesome to have kind of a little community here where I could share my thoughts and kind of help you guys achieve, more with just more, right? Just more. So yeah, it's really cool. So back to the story. At this point, I only had 1 income source still, which was Amazon FBA. I was making videos, but I really wasn't bringing any ads revenue because I wasn't monetized yet. So the channel wasn't making any money. And I had made, I think it was like 140 videos my first year or something, 130 videos my first year, which is absolutely crazy. But I was making a lot of videos without having any monetization to it. I just wanted to put out content and help as many people as I could. And, even at the beginning, I wasn't even using, the platform for affiliate commissions, but eventually I, started to monetize the channel and started with affiliate commissions. So affiliate commissions were my second income source. Was Amazon FBA and affiliate commissions. And I was just kind of using the affiliate commissions from mainly one source, which was Jungle Scout. And even to this day, that's, the majority of where my affiliate commissions come from is from Jungle Scout. And, that's just because I believed in the program. I used it myself and I knew that it was the best one out there for anyone to use. So, I started to slowly monetize my channel and kind of put links in my description to Jungle Scout, make videos about Jungle Scout and telling people, how cool it is and kind of how to use it the most effective way. So that's kind of how I started. And, I started making, dozens of dollars off of affiliate marketing. So I had my Amazon business and I only had, I was making just, $10, $20, $30 off of my affiliate commissions, per month. So it was very, very small, very, very small commissions, but it was something, and it was something cool. And eventually, a few months after that, I actually got my channel, monetized, like partnered, I don't know what it's called, but which was really cool because I started making money from the YouTube AdSense as well. And that was, again, an additional source of income. And if you guys want me to go in depth into how much a channel my size, so, 10,000 subscribers, makes on YouTube, then, leave a comment down below and leave a like and just let me know. And I'm thinking about making a video on that just to show you guys exactly, what's possible from, such a small channel. So basically, it's a welcome addition to the family there. And when I was first starting off, obviously, I was, again, only making dozens of dollars from my YouTube AdSense and dozens of dollars from my affiliate, commissions. So again, most of the bulk was from Amazon FBA. And at this point, I had 3 sources of income, so that was really, really awesome. And it was slowly starting to grow. Then as the channel started to grow, people started to contact me and want to get one-on-one time with me. At this point, I didn't have a program or anything, so there was really no way for people to reach me except for, through Messenger or just chat. But people wanted like a, real discussion with me. So that's when I started doing consultation calls. And, at the time, it was, again, something really nice to add on to kind of my other source of income, and at this point it became 4. And I never advertised, and I never do advertise really my consultation calls, but it's something that I did, and you know, it just helped people, you know, kind of make sure that they're doing everything right. So I continue to do those, and that was my 4th source of income. Lastly, my 5th source of income, and I know people hate talking about this, but I realized that after a certain amount of time, when you have a certain amount of subscribers and a certain amount of people messaging you, you know, I just was spending so much time talking back and forth with people, literally hours answering comments and talking to people on Facebook and stuff, where it was starting to really negatively affect my other businesses. On top of that, I also had people literally asking me for a program, for a step-by-step program, so they wouldn't have to piece together information from YouTube. And just the nature of YouTube was that, you know, you're not able to put every single thing out there, every single thing that's going to be important out there. So, you know, I know people don't like this, but I did put out a program because I knew that it was going to help a lot of people. And I knew that if I had made the best program out there, I wouldn't feel bad about promoting it or you know, putting it out there, because I knew that it was literally going to help people make huge and massive differences in their life. So instead of teaching one person how to grow and, you know, start and grow an Amazon business over a consultation call or over Messenger or something like that, I could now teach a bunch of people how to start and grow an Amazon business. And, you know, this was going to be able to affect a lot more people's lives. So what I did was I released my Amazon FBA Fast Track course, which was designed to help people go from, you know, 0 to 100 on Amazon FBA, and, you know, even help people scale who are already selling. So that was kind of the whole point of the program. And I spent literally 3 months, you know, going through other people's programs, other people on the market, and kind of dissecting what stuff was good and what stuff was terrible and what needed to go and what could be kept. And, you know, then I also spent another 1 month planning the course, kind of how the outline would be and how it would go. And then another month actually filming and editing it. So it was a lot of work put out there to make this the best program out there. So nearly 6 months was put into this program, and, you know, continuously updating it, because stuff on Amazon always constantly is changing. And you gotta, you know, stay up to date with that as well. And like I said, I'm not someone who loves to push stuff, but if I was able to make a program so good that, you know, it would exceed expectations by, you know, miles, then I wouldn't feel bad about promoting it. So that's exactly why I put together this program. That's exactly why I did this. And of course, it was now my 5th source of income. So for all of you guys who stayed to this point, I'm not gonna put this in the description or anywhere else. This is something that's only going to show up on the screen right now. I'm going to give you guys a $50 discount to the Amazon FBA Fast Track course. If you're looking to start or grow your Amazon FBA business, then this is the perfect place to start. So the discount code is going to be FastTrack50. I'm going to leave it right here. I have never ever put out a discount code before on this program, not for Christmas, not for you know, Black Friday, not for anything. There has never been a single promotion to this program. But to thank you guys for all your support, to thank you guys for everything, I want to leave that here for the first 10 people. If you guys want to pick that up, I'd love to have you guys in the program. So if you're interested, there you go, pick that up. And back to the story, now we had hit 5 sources of income that were making me over $1,000 per month. Another really cool thing about my income sources is that I've made it in a way where I don't actually have to be in a certain location. My income sources are very location independent. So I could be literally anywhere in the world doing exactly what I'm doing here, which allows me to travel and go on vacation and just be able to be anywhere and not kind of stuck in a certain location. So that's really awesome. And that's kind of something I was looking to do when I was starting. But one thing to remember is that my businesses, while they are location independent, they are not passive, okay? One thing, you know, people talk about is having online businesses and them being passive. But in reality, what you have is a situation where if you just don't water your plants, right, you don't take care and nurture your businesses, they're gonna die. So if I just stopped caring about my Amazon business or stopped caring about, you know, my course sales business or affiliate marketing or anything in general, like they would just stop, right? So that's one thing to remember. So while my time isn't directly proportionate to, you know, my income, so it's not, you know, a trade-off. If I don't put time behind it, if I don't nurture, if I don't do that, then it's not going to continue to grow and it might even die. So you continuously need to put, you know, effort in and put time into it. So to say that it's completely passive would just be would not be fully true. And that's just one thing that people don't really talk about when they get into this kind of industry. I want to let you guys know that no matter kind of what it is, you're always going to have to put in work to continue to nurture and grow whatever it is that you're doing. And lastly, I want to talk to you about how, this took me a long time to build. I've gone through a lot of kind of shit to get to where I am. And, to be honest, it took me, 2 years to get my Amazon business to where it is right now. It took me a year and a half to get to nearly 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is still, nothing, but I'm going to continue to push. I'm going to continue to grow it. It took me nearly 6 months to get my program out. And that's one thing people don't talk about as well, is that this takes time. It takes work. You can't expect to get all these 5 income sources in 1 or 2 months. While some of you may be able to do that, it's much less realistic to think that you can do it, right? It's good to start off with 1 income source at a time, grow your first income source, and then move on to your next one and your next one. Because throughout my story, I didn't build 5 income sources at once. If you guys noticed, it was all one at a time, where they were, adding on to the last. And I look forward to continue to grow more of my income sources and to grow more income streams. And I hope that you guys, from watching this video, were inspired to also start thinking about maybe adding more income sources to your life. And it doesn't have to be Amazon FBA or selling courses or YouTube or any stuff like that. There are tons of different ways that you can add income sources to your life and to your work. And I encourage you guys to go out there and research and learn about the different ones that are out there. So if you guys did enjoy this video, leave a like, comment down below, let me know what you guys thought about it. If you guys are new here, consider subscribing to the channel. And if you guys want to see something cool, some sort of Amazon FBA content on the channel, then click right here. I'll put a video there you guys can check out. So I'll see you guys in the next one.